This is Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, takes to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, swings down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
The San Francisco 49ers. We can do whatever we want.
Click, click. Boo. What's going on, people? It's your boy Mike from Nothing But Niners crew, guys. Let me tell y'all, I'm tired. I took a Benadryl. I was having like a itchy throat thing going on. So, listen, this game went kind of as expected. I told you guys we should not have expected any wins. I tried to prepare you guys as much as I possibly could. That doesn't mean that you guys felt the same way or anything, but, you know, it is what it is. With all that being said, I am here for one reason and one reason alone. I am desperate to hear from the head coach after this game. I have to hear what Kyle Shanahan has to say. Absolutely have to. And the worst part is I have yet to even see a link for a live video from the team. I don't see it at all. Anywhere. I am on YouTube. I don't see them live anywhere. Am I missing something? I literally only want to hear what Kyle Shanahan has to say. Here we go. They just posted the link. All right. They're saying that they already should be live. It says 7:25. I'm going to be here. What I'll do is this, guys. I'm going to get this ready. And when they do finally go live, I'll shut up. I'll listen to what Kyle has to say. In the meantime, you guys can feel free to fire away some questions. All right. Yeah, David, this is exactly what I was saying at halftime. This team is a reflection of this coach. And anyone who doesn't see that is being intentionally obtuse. All right. We're garbage. Listen, man, it hurts to say that we're garbage, right? But I can't disagree, right? Like the lack of tackling and the penalties and like that's shit that bad teams do. Like we know the bad thing is that we know the talent's in the building. We know the talent's in the building. But we just got to get a coach that cares. We got to get somebody who cares, man. Debo dropping passes thrown at him, McCaffrey fumbling, Kyle trusting Allen as our quarterback, our defense playing like shit, and our defensive coordinator is some shit. I mean, look, man. It's bad. It's bad. I'm not of the fire Kyle team, but I would pull Kyle into the office and say, hey, you got to show me that you give a shit. If I'm Jed York, I'm pulling Kyle to the side and say, hey, you got to show me that you care. You have to indicate to me that you are worth keeping here, that you can, one, identify some of the flaws in you, your roster, your coaching staff, and then give me a plan of corrective action. My man, Ben. Thank you very much, Ben. Thank you for the birthday wishes, man. I appreciate it. You know? It's one of those things where the truth is, it's every single week there's so much wrong. Every single week. I don't know how people just say, "Oh no, it's not this or it's not that." It's the players, it's the coaches, it's individuals, it's play designs, it's everything. All three phases are bad. We get a good return, just turn around and look for a penalty. We get a decent punt return, just turn around and look for a penalty. All the biggest plays of the game for the 49ers, every single one of them were negated by a penalty. Every single one of them. Debo's kickoff return, Ricky Pearsall's punt return, the biggest offensive play of the game, every single one of them was negated by a penalty. I saw rumors that Dominic Pooney was working out pregame as the emergency quarterback, guys. The rookie was this team's emergency quarterback. I pray that wasn't real. I really, really hope that wasn't real. But if it was, if indeed it was, and if it's true that Allen only found out on Friday that he was going to be playing, if all of that is true, what was this team thinking? What were they thinking? Where do you get off putting a rookie in as the emergency quarterback? Now, Mike, you're making a big deal out of nothing. Maybe. I've done that before. But if this system is as complicated as y'all say it is, if it's as meticulous as you have to be to run it, why would we be doing that to a rookie? Why not Kyle Juszczyk? Why not one of the wide receivers on their team? A rookie? And is it a coincidence? And this is only if it's real. Is it a coincidence that same rookie had his worst game? He had one penalty all year long. He had 3 in the first half. I'm not talking about the backup quarterback, guys. I'm talking about the emergency quarterback. Just the emergency guy. Odds are we wouldn't have seen him. But it's still a distraction. It still takes away some time from what the rookie would have to do and what he would be able to commit to his assignment for the upcoming week. I just don't get it. I see someone saying in here that I can see the pain in your eyes. No, I kind of expected this loss. Well, I know I definitely expected the loss. And it's okay. The loss isn't what bothers me. It's how we lost. I just want us to be competitive. I want us to look like we belonged on the professional football field. We didn't. We didn't at all. But what you guys see in my eyes, my throat, I was having like this like itchy throat attack thing going on during the game, and I took a Benadryl, so I am tired. I am fighting off the sleep. I'm not kidding when I tell you guys I'm only here to listen for when Kyle Shanahan goes live. It still hasn't happened yet. I'm on the page. But once I hear from Kyle, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. I saw the Panthers compete with the Chiefs today. And while the Chiefs are a shell of themselves, they're not a bad team. And it literally took all of regulation for them to get out of there and win. And this is what we did against a team that we know. It's kind of wild to me. And then the other thing that really, really irks me are the people that were saying, you guys see the value in Brock Purdy now? Huh? You see what Brock Purdy is now? I bet you're happy Brock Purdy's our quarterback now, aren't you? You stupid son of a... Well, what would Brock Purdy have done any different? One more touchdown? Last I checked, Brock Purdy put up 17 points in the last game that he was in. 17. There was nothing that Brock Purdy was going to be able to do to win this game. Brock Purdy can't make the defense tackle. Brock Purdy, wait, hey. Can you give me that remote right there? Brock Purdy can't, yes, thank you. Brock Purdy can't make the defense tackle. Brock Purdy can't prevent false starts by his offensive lineman. Brock Purdy can't stop penalties on big kick returns. In fact, y'all, whatever. I don't care what y'all think of me. In fact, if you watch Brock Purdy and you watch what Allen did today, wasn't a whole lot different as far as what we've seen Brock doing at throwing the ball. Scrambling is different. His ability to escape the pocket, feel the pressure, very different. Give Brock the edge there, 100%. Maybe one of those drops wouldn't have been dropped if Brock threw the ball. Allen seemed to throw it a little bit more zip on some of his passes. So, but we would have seen some more tip passes. I only saw one of those today. I don't think Brock Purdy would have made this a winnable game at all. I don't think this 49ers offense would have looked much better at all. I don't. I don't care if you guys think I'm wrong about it. I'm being 100% honest and transparent with you guys. I don't care if you think I'm wrong. Brock Purdy has looked like a shell of himself this season. It's been that way. And to deny it is to be in denial. That's it. Kyle's here. I'm shutting up.
Did better, especially in the run game.
I'm shutting up.
Offense got an opportunity
I'll
to
get this.
going.
I'm going to start it over. Don't you guys worry.
And then to have those 3 turnovers, that all 3
definitely going to start it over.
Touchdowns with 21
but
points.
Let me change my background
Topped
here
out with the penalties and stuff, and
rewind it so you guys can hear what Kyle had to say from the very beginning. My apologies.
To label the biggest one, the first half, just the run defense was real disappointing. I thought we got out of gaps a number of times. I thought we had way too many missed tackles. Just them being able to control that clock in the first half was one of the worst ones I've been a part of, just for as far as a half. I thought we stepped it up there in the second half, did better, especially in the run game. Just for control that clock in the first half was one of the worst ones I've been a part of, just for as far as a half. I thought we stepped it up there in the second half, did better, especially in the run game. Offense got an opportunity to get going. They gave us an opportunity to get back in the game. And then to have those 3 turnovers, that all 3 led to touchdowns with 21 points. You top that with the penalties and stuff, and that's how you get embarrassed like that. The first one, they had 12 personnel, 2 tight ends in the huddle, which means we have base defense out. They sent another receiver on the field to sub, which when they sub, they're supposed to allow us to sub. So as soon as they did that, we started to change our personnel, and then they rushed up to the line and snapped it. It was a strategic play by them, but one that I don't feel should have been allowed. They didn't give us time to sub on that, and that's why I was upset on that. And then the next one, because they got away with the first one, they tried to do it again the next play, and that's when I went out there arguing again. This time they did allow us to sub. I was out there screaming the whole time, so I'm not exactly aware of what happened with our 12 guys. But obviously we had 12 guys out there. They gave us time to sub, and we didn't get one off. So the second one was on us. When you play first half like that, we gotta be on in the second half. And I loved how we came out on that kick return. I thought that was going to give us some huge momentum. Got called back with that penalty, so we had to go on a long, good drive. And on that drive, I think we got stopped on 4th and 2. But our defense, I think, held them to a 3 and out, so we got it right back. And we were driving, and that seemed like a hell of a throw. They had some soft zone, and he threaded in there between their two backers, and looked like a win off Debo's hands, and that was huge because we were trying to get back in the game, but also because they got a big return and got 7 points off of it. Big. I mean, that was huge at the beginning of the game. I mean, we were struggling to get the ball at the beginning of the game, and both of those first 2 drives. I mean, we had 2nd and 1 and go back to 2nd and 6 on that tip ball. And then the next one we started in 1st and 20. So I thought that killed us in the opening drives. And I'll see on those special team ones, a couple I looked up on the scoreboard and, see on the plane how much we agree with them or not. But we got to be much better with the penalties, obviously.
I know you never want those issues, but when you're missing as many key guys as you are, is it even more imperative to play clean?
Yeah, definitely. I'm really not concerned right now about how many guys we missed today. We don't play good enough, so that's not a factor. But when you are missing some guys, you do have to be better. And when you have those penalties, when we didn't stop the run like we did, and then having those 3 turnovers in the second half, that's how you get embarrassed.
When did Brandon?
I thought Allen, from what I saw, I mean, first of all, we all got embarrassed. No one played that great, but Brandon, I thought he did some good things. I thought he made some big throws. Just the plays I can think of. He had a rough one in the beginning that he threw to them. They dropped. 2 plays he just slipped on that field that hurt us. But I thought Brandon made some big throws and stuff and gave us a chance.
When did he injure his finger?
It was a few weeks ago, whenever we reported it.
Why start him in spite of injury?
Because he's not hurt. You said why start him? Why start him because of the injury?
In spite of injury.
He's fine. He hurt his fingers like 3 weeks ago. No, I mean we haven't done anything since. He's been rehabbing the whole time here, and sure we'll take him through some stuff early Monday or Tuesday, and got a better idea then.
How close was Trent today? What was that decision?
It was close. I mean, it took it all the way up to now, but I mean all the way up till today. But he was hurting yesterday a little worse than last week at this time, which made us nervous. And
Kyle is so
didn't wake
off.
up good today.
He wanted to get smart with Grant so bad and couldn't find
we
anything
didn't get
to
our
do.
run game going much. I think we only had about 14 carries, and
the whole thing that he just did right there
Do you feel like you guys have lost some of that
took
physicality?
all the way up to now.
didn't wake up good
today.
Today a little worse than last week at this time, which made us nervous. Way up till today, but it was close. I mean, it took it all the way up to now, but I mean all the way up till today.
He's off.
He was hurting yesterday a little worse than last week at this time, which made us nervous, and didn't wake up good today. I mean, we didn't get our run game going much. I think we only had about 14 carries, and I didn't see much from anybody today.
Do you feel like you guys have lost some of that the physicality that you guys tried to have as a building block for this team?
In what aspect?
It just seems that in the running game both ways, the offensive running game and then the run defense just seems to be. It almost feels like you guys are kind of getting pushed around in front.
I mean, it's a good old line. They got a good scheme. They ran the ball well. I mean, when you say we're missing physicality, I mean, we are missing some guys, especially some of the more physical guys in terms of like Greenlaw and stuff, and some of our D linemen, and losing our biggest run stopper and Jordan Elliott during that game. So when you're missing some guys out there, which makes a difference, but I thought they did better in the runs versus in the second half.
You said yourself, not even 5 minutes ago, that
I don't think we're lacking physicality.
we just didn't play good enough.
It
wasn't about the personnel.
Today, and a lot of that has to do with not attempting to do much of it too. It's good. All right, guys.
Wow. What? You're in the middle of the presser and you say, like, it doesn't matter who we're missing, we're okay. Like, we just didn't play good enough. And then it was, well, that's why we're doing bad in run deep. Like, what? No, tackling is bad. Tackling is bad. It's a team effort. That's everybody. That's everybody, including Fred Warner. The fuck are you talking about with, oh, Elliott was out? Did you not see what happened when Elliott was in? Man, all right, let me see. I'm going home. You guys have super chats. I'm going to read the super chats, and I'm getting off of here. I don't have the energy right now to do this. And like I said, guys, I expected this to be a loss. This one was never one that I thought we were going to win. My buddy that was supposed to be here watching the game with me, I even told him, you guys are getting this dub. This was an easy one for them. But it's not how we're supposed to play. And this team, guys, hey, this season's over. I just want to let you guys know that this season is over. All right? I know there's 6 more games. There's 6 more games to be played, but it's stopping right there. I hope and pray we don't sneak into the postseason. This team don't have it this year. They don't have it. Despite what they said coming out of the bye week about this just flipping a switch. What? There's a flipping a switch?
Excuse me, bitch!
There's no switch to flip that turns on tackling. That's mentality. That's intention. Matt asked a great question. On both sides in the run game, you guys are being pushed around. Both sides. Then he says, well, we couldn't get to it today. You're calling the plays. You're the one calling the plays. Nigel says, happy birthday, Mike. I hate we lost to 20 missed tackles on defense. This team is no fight. They look sluggish and slow. Kyle needs to shake up the coaching staff. I agree with everything you said here. And I think 20 is low. I'm pretty sure there were more than just 20. But the Niners set a whole bunch of different records today, and not the way that we wanted to. Not the way that we wanted to. We allowed the first rusher of 100 yards against us in 55 games. 55. It was a record dating back to 1955. It happened today. Easy 100 either. Easy 100. Easy 100. And Kyle does need to shake up his coaching staff, but we know Kyle, and he won't do it during the season. He's not that kind of coach. He's not that kind of guy. He likes what he likes. Guys, go back and watch the halftime show. You have to go back and watch the halftime show. This team is taking on this identity. And the excuses, that's what bothers me the most with the excuse that he put out there at the end. They are listening to you. And they are embracing your mentality and mindset. You can't send that kind of message. Sean Shepard says here, we are garbage this year. He has to go. He is garbage. He's talking about Kyle, guys. His assistants made him good. He has to go. Defense is garbage. We are not going anywhere except high first round. Of course, he will grab an unknown running back and fail. How long, guys? I have no idea where they would go with a high first round pick. Well, I would like to believe it would be offensive linemen. Forrester said, don't use those picks on my guys. Just get me somebody decent. I'll make do with what I have. Forrester's words himself. You guys got to watch the halftime show. You got to watch the halftime show. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. We didn't show up at all. We were laughing stock. Tom Brady was enjoying himself so much. So much. And what does it say? You know, he puts up, Sean says in here, his coordinators or assistants are what made him good. What does it say that this guy went for it on 4th down while being up 3 scores already? What does it say about how his former assistants running the score up on him? They could have settled for 3. They would have gone up 24 points. He went for it on 4th instead and ended up scoring a touchdown on that drive. This ain't the year. This ain't the year. The team needs a hard reset, guys. A really, really hard reset. And again, I haven't quite given up on Kyle Shanahan. I'm not there. I'm not there. And I know so many people are. But I'm not there. But what I need to see is Kyle show us that he has the ability to change his philosophy. It's time for a new defense, Kyle. It's time for an established coordinator to come in. It's time to stop promoting from within for all the important positions, bro. It's time. You're safe, Kyle. You're safe. You get a contract extension every time you fucking sneeze. You're safe. It's okay to bring in some coordinators with experience, some coordinators with backbone. It's okay to bring in somebody that will challenge you. Learn about yourself. Let somebody come in. Let somebody instill something and accept someone looking you in the eye and saying, I don't agree with you, and make you have to step back and self-reflect. Doesn't mean you always got to go with whatever they say. Doesn't make you any less of a man. Doesn't make you any less of the man. This is your team, bro. This is your team. You're the only head coach in the NFL that was hired after the GM, and everybody knows you were hired before the GM. You picked Lynch. You picked Lynch. It is known. It's documented. You're safe, bro. I'm so confused. You got to care. You got to make a difference. You got to make some kind of change. You got to update something. Please, this offseason, Kyle, give a fuck about the defensive coordinator in the scheme that they're going to run. Please, this offseason, Kyle, give a fuck about the special teams unit. They matter. They matter. They matter. I got one more super chat I'm going to read, and I'm getting out of here unless another one comes in. My man Sid, thank you very much. By the way, I owe you guys some cha-chings, all 3 of you guys. I forgot to play it for Sean. I forgot to play it for Nigel. I apologize, guys. Sid says here, Mike, this game is in a nutshell why Kyle should be fired. As a head coach, offensive coordinator, a personnel guy, as a manager. Special teams, offensive line, replacing Dwelly with flag-generating Saubert, sitting Mason, quarterback protection. Bro, the list goes on and on and on with what was wrong with this game. It goes on and on and on and on. There's so much stuff wrong in this game that we're not even going to get to. And it's not just tackling. It's not just penalties. It's not just formations and plays run and reading the field. I thought the offensive line protected pretty well today, but they're far from perfect. They're far from perfect. It's painful. It's painful. Guys like George Kittle deserve better effort from the rest of the team. And there were guys out there playing really hard today. There were. I can't question the guys effort. I saw guys running to make plays that were the ball was on the opposite side of the field. I saw guys trying on special teams. I saw guys trying to get hype. I don't know if it's effort. It's something, though. It's something. We did get another super chat. For the second super chat, you guys get the bomb. Thank you, Sean. Sean says here, I'll tell you what Matt LaFleur and all of them are saying. Fuck you, Kyle. We are what made you. Kyle didn't run up the score. They all are and are making you look like daddy's boy. Nepotism, man. It exists. But Kyle is good, though. Kyle is good. I don't know that it's his dad's system. I feel like I see some differences. But what I'm seeing this year, I'm seeing a lot of differences this year, and it's not working. It's not working at all, man. Sean, I don't know, man. I'm not seeing the old Kyle. We're seeing a change in plays, and he's got us sitting here like, man, I wish he would go back to how he used to do things. Y'all don't find that odd? Right? As much as we sat around wanting Kyle to change and adjust and learn and adapt his offense and all that stuff, right? Like that's what we said for a long, long time. A long time. We wanted to see more. We wanted to see a lot more. Guys, this 49ers team had 44 rushing yards. 44 rushing yards. We had a total of 14 rushing attempts with our running backs. 14 rushing attempts. Do y'all know how terrible that is? 14 rushing attempts with our running backs. It's no game in the world. There's no lead big enough where we have to abandon the run game in the first half. But we did it. 11 rushing attempts for Christian McCaffrey. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. We need to bring that old thing back, Kyle. Guys, I'm getting out of here. I want to encourage you all, if you haven't done so already, head on over to Patreon. We were live the whole game. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. I had a good time. I want to thank you all for checking me out. I got to go take a nap or something. I don't feel like myself. I've never taken a Benadryl before. This shit just got me down. It's got me down. Mizell says, Mike, we were down 17 by half. We weren't going to run that much. This is where I disagree. I guess this is where I disagree, man. You're down 17. You get the ball. You come out running. And all of a sudden, you're only down 10. That's a game. That's a game, bro. You can play that game. What you can't do is ask a guy who hasn't played quarterback in 3 years to come out and throw that much all game long. A guy with zero timing with your starters. A guy who says he only found out Friday he was going to be the starter. Oh, and he's got a broken finger on the opposite hand. He's supposed to save you more than your run game? All right. I digress. This game was doomed from the beginning. I'm not looking for ways to win. I don't think we were going to win this game. I don't think we could win this game. I'm looking for ways for us to compete. I'm looking for ways for us to improve this season while we're still, luckily, maybe, just one game out in the NFC West. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Absolutely nuts. We have our third one. Now you get the party horn. He says, remember the Matt LaFleur handshakes and the Sean McVay handshakes this year and past, bro. F you, Kyle. Guy's rubbing his head like he's their son. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. The students are looking down on the teacher. I feel you. I feel you. They're going at him hard. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is rough. This was a tough pill to swallow. I got nothing. I love you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all be safe out there. It's going to be a long remainder of the season. 49ers fall to the Packers, 38-10. 10-38, I should say. And a losing effort. An embarrassing loss. Kyle said embarrassing 3 times in that presser. And he was so off and so flustered. He missed his opportunity to shoot a shot at his favorite reporter that he loves to shoot shots at. The same reporter that throws shots at Kyle prior to the game said, watch Kyle call the game of his life in this game. Even he was prepared to see something competitive, something that was going to keep this cast of backups in this game. Even Grant thought that there was an opportunity, a chance. Nope. Nope. Nothing. All right, guys, get back to your weekends. Enjoy the rest of the night. We got some Sunday night football coming on soon, so hopefully you guys get to enjoy that. Prepare for glory. Anticipate pain. But always remain faithful. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners.